Hey, Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. Very excited about today's video. We're talking about the 5 habits that are going to guarantee you're going to have a more productive life. Okay, so some of the things I'll be talking about is going to be geared towards things you're going to be doing in your daily life, right? Certain habits that you're going to start picking up on that are going to help you, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you work for another company, whatever it is that you're doing, all this is going to help you. It's stuff that I do as well. So of course, when it comes to anything with dating and this personal development stuff, this is only things that I know that have worked for me, all right? So this is stuff that I know has worked in my own life, and I just want to share it with you. If you want more information on productivity, if you want more information on how to optimize all different areas of your life, right? So if you're into productivity, but you're also into working on things that make your fashion look great, that make your home look great, the things in your home look great, that work on all the different areas, maybe your finances, that are working on your charisma, you're working on some of the inner psychological stuff, right? So tackling all these different areas of your life. If you're interested in that, becoming just a better optimized human being that will of course be attractive to lots of women, I want you to check out my Irresistible Academy. The link is down below where you can learn more about it, my 12-month program. Join, because every single month you're getting the best information with the best experts on how to have the best life. So check it out, Irresistible Academy, trippadvice.com/academy, link down below. For now, let's get into 5 killer habits that help with productivity. And here's the first one. The first one, and this is huge, and I just started using this in the past year, okay? I really wish this is something that I did a long time ago, and it was something that I really pushed off. It was something that I said no to for a while, and finally I just gave into it. But it's the idea of batching tasks, okay? Batching tasks. It's very different for people. This is not necessarily going to be easy for you if you are working for another company, because sometimes you need to do things for other companies that you need to do, but it definitely works in my life as an entrepreneur, and it can still work in your life even if you're not an entrepreneur, because maybe you can batch tasks with other things beyond just work, okay? So batching tasks means that you're going to do the same task and you're going to do that for the whole day. I'll give you an example. Today is video day. That's right. So today I'm working on everything Tripp Advice videos. I film multiple videos. I edit videos. I do a live today, even though this is coming out on a whole different day. But I do all of my video work on one day. Another day, I do all my podcast work. I interview different people. I do my own podcast where I just kind of talk and give advice. I have another day that is focused on errands, so all running errands, right? So it's just going to be working on all the personal stuff in my life. So any appointments that I have to make, or a haircut that I want to go to, or dropping off dry cleaning, or going grocery shopping, right? So that's all batched in one day too. And so on and so forth, but I think you get the idea. Batching tasks, and maybe you can do that at work if you're not an entrepreneur. Maybe there's things that you do at work that you can do and get done in one day. And I can't tell you how much stress it has taken away from my life. It really has made it simple where you can throw away to-do lists. So to-do lists, I've also heard, and now I totally understand, are one of the worst things that you could do. In fact, that's actually one of the biggest productivity tips that you'll see, but it's actually the worst. The to-do list is the opposite. It's like multitasking in a sense, where you have all these different things to do. So every day you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Where now, in my life at least, I know what I'm doing every single day, because every day kind of has a theme to it. So I know exactly what's going on. I'm like, oh, what do I have to do today? Well, I know, right? Or anything I might have to do that comes up, I'm like, oh, a video thing came up, a podcast thing came up, a writing thing came up, an errand came up. Oh, when should I do it? I know when I'm going to do it because I already have the schedule of batching, so it just goes in there. So it leaves me more productive and less stressed. All right, much more I can say about that, but I think you get the idea. Batching tasks is huge. See what you can do with your life. So just write down on a list everything that is your life and try to batch it. Of course, there's a few things you don't batch. Like you're not going to batch working out, right? You're not going to batch eating healthy necessarily. Maybe you have a cheat day where you're just like, okay, and that's kind of batching in a sense. But there's a few exceptions, because you want to work out most days of the week. You want to be eating healthy all the time. Maybe you want to be doing dishes all the time, like you're not going to be, but you can do mini batching, right? So you can make sure that like you do all your workouts at a certain time and all of your, dishwashing at a certain time. So you're kind of doing it within the batching itself, or within the day, I should say, itself. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. Keep your phone away. Okay, this is really a habit that is so huge. Right now we live in a world of distractions. So the job is to what? To try to get rid of the distraction, because distraction is the antithesis to productivity, meaning it murders productivity. You do not want your phone around you all the time. And I'm going to give you some specific habits to do here. So if you can help it, and this is one of the hardest things, and I'm guilty, I don't always do this. This is something I'm still working on, but I know that when I do it, it's awesome, is I don't look at my phone right in the morning, right? I don't look at my phone right in the morning. Sometimes I have to because I have coaching clients and I want to respond to them and I want to talk to them and I help them, but I make sure if any other text messages are there, I just ignore it, like personal ones, and leave it later. But try your best not to look at your phone in the morning if you can help it. A lot of people go and start writing emails and checking things and looking at social notifications, and it doesn't really get yourself in a good mindset for the rest of the day and can kill productivity, because now you're in all these different mindsets and you're looking at your phone and thinking about different things, and you can't get back into your routine and schedule. So it completely kills the routine and kills the schedule, or at least is a high chance of doing it. So do your best not to look at your phone right in the morning and save it for a time. So give yourself 1 hour or 2 hours. Everything can wait. Now, the world isn't going to die, or you can wait a couple hours to look at your phone so you can just wake up and be you're mentally fresh, so to speak. Now, along with this habit, and this is something that I absolutely do, of course, I fail sometimes, but I do it as much as I can, is I keep my phone away from me when I'm doing work, okay? So when I'm doing work. So I make sure that if I'm doing any kind of focused work, kind of like right now, like my phone's not here, well, obviously I won't check it, but it's away from me, and I keep it away when I'm doing tasks so I can keep focused. When your phone's there, even if it's on silent, you're gonna check it and it's gonna get you into another headspace. And this happens to me all the time, where I will be doing some focused work and okay, I'll check my phone, and all of a sudden I'm looking at an email, and then it gets me into this whole path where I'm doing all these things, and all of a sudden it's been 20, 30 minutes and I've completely disregarded the previous task that I needed to do, hence killing productivity. So keep your phone away as much as you can when you're doing focused work. Here's another habit that is similar to one I said earlier when we were talking about not looking at your phone in the morning, is the idea of having a relaxed morning. Now, some people are really creative in the morning and their creative juices are flowing. That's great. I still think you should give yourself, at the very minimum, even if you are a creative person and do creative work in the morning, give yourself an hour. Give yourself, even at the worst, 30 minutes to just relax. I give myself big mornings. I don't start coaching calls. I don't start creative work. I don't start any meetings or any interviews until later on in the day. I like my mornings to be relaxed. I like to just wake up, and I'll do another video about morning routines, but I like to wake up and just relax. What you can do, this is not what I do, but I know people do it a lot, is they wake up, they do a stretch, they do yoga, they do meditation. What I like to do is just kind of wake up, I get a glass of water, I just kind of breathe a little bit, I think a little bit about what I have to do that day. I also read, so I like to read a little bit, get my brain going and just read. I don't mean reading like emails, but read a book and sit down. Personally, I like actual books too. I don't have a Kindle, I just like holding a book and reading it. So I like to have a nice quiet morning. My mornings stretch for about 2 hours, sometimes 2.5. Also in there, eating breakfast. I recommend you do this too. It just gets you ready for the day instead of jumping in and making everything crazy. Just calm, relaxed. If you're batching tasks or you have a good routine or a good schedule, that everything can wait and everything's going to get done. And it's just nice. It's like nice to go to bed relax and then wake up relax and not have to deal with anything. Of course, unless it's an emergency, which is rare. Next, let's talk about focused work. Remember when I said earlier, phone away during focused work? Well, there's something called the Pomodoro method. I wonder if you've heard of it. It's been around for a while, and basically it's about focused work. It's about putting yourself in an enclosed room, kind of like this in my studio, and this is where I do a lot of my work, and make sure that there's no distractions, and you have a timer going. I like to use my computer because my phone's away and I work on my computer quite a bit. So I'll have my computer open, I'll go to Google, I'll type in timer 25 minutes or timer 30 minutes. You can do anywhere from 20 to 30 to 45 minutes. I don't remember exactly, but I think it's recommended that maybe you don't go past 45 minutes so you can just take a little bit of a break, because the idea is you're doing hardcore focused work for 20 to 45 minutes with a timer. So no distractions, no phone, no nothing. And by the way, this is going to be hard at first, but it's a muscle that you really build up over time and get used to as you create the habit of whatever work you're doing, whether it's at home, whether it's at your office, whatever it is, focusing on that work and only focusing on that until that timer goes off. When the timer goes off, get up, stretch. That's a time when maybe I will look at my phone because I've already done some work. I can look at my phone, see what's going on, text some clients, things like that, get some water, get a little bit of food. It's like you earned that break, and take a nice break. You can even take a break of up to like 20 minutes, which is a nice long time. Do whatever you want. Just mess around, hang out, whatever, because you accomplish that 45-minute amount of work or 20-minute amount of work where you'd be surprised how much you can get done with focused work. It's insane. It's crazy. You should really try this out. So again, Pomodoro method, focused work for a timed amount of time with no distractions and just focused on that. Build that habit up and oof, you'll be good. And I know this is tough because notifications are coming in. So do everything you can with your computer, with your phone to stop notifications so it doesn't interrupt your time. Lastly, and this is something, I remember hearing this a few years ago at this point, and this is huge too. It's not going to be crucial. It's not going to be crucial if you're doing batch tasks, but it still helps. Okay, and I'll tell you what it is. Basically, it's about planning your day the night before. So when you're all done with your work, like right when you're done, before you're gonna, go and make dinner and chill for the night and relax and hang out, whatever, you got to have a little bit of a time to figure out what it is going on the next day, just to have an idea. So when you wake up, you're not like, what's going on? Again, if you're doing batch tasks and you have a routine, you don't need this as much because like, oh, tomorrow I'm doing this and tomorrow I'm doing that. Like you already know what you're doing, but it doesn't hurt. And especially to start before doing batch tasks is kind of like stepping stone to it, is like look at make a little to-do list and just figure out what is going on tomorrow. Like what do you have to do tomorrow? What's the most important things that have to get done tomorrow? So that way you can go in the rest of the night and just relax and have the next morning being relaxed and knowing exactly what you have to do. Again, I highly recommend that you do the batch tasks, so this is not as crucial, but I still think it's good to do. So you're just aware of what's happening the next day and nothing surprises you. And basically everything I'm saying, and including this tip right now, is to help you be more productive by taking away overwhelm. One of the reasons why people are not as productive is because they feel like they have so much to do and they get overwhelmed and there's so much distraction that they can't get much done, or they get the very bare minimum done and can't be more productive and get more things done in their life. So I'm trying to take the overwhelm away from you. I recommend that you try one of these this week and then move to the next one. Don't overwhelm yourself. There's a lot here. So all you need to do is pick one and work on the habit and see if you can start building it up. If I had to say one, I'm looking at my list right here, I would say the first one to work on would be batching tasks, because it's going to right away increase your productivity. And I'm going to tie that with quiet, relaxed mornings, because that one is kind of easy to do. So it's kind of easier to just implement right away. So if you want to go with the harder one but has the most effect, I would try that, batch tasks. If you're not ready to jump in right there right away, at least do quiet mornings to help you be more productive during the day, because you can start off really relaxed. If you want more help with this, you got to check out the Irresistible Academy. I'm telling you, man, it is one of the best things I've ever created. My 12-month program that teaches you more stuff about productivity, but teaches you everything that you need to focus on in your life to be the most optimized, most attractive version of yourself, to be able to attract more women and just get more done and have a better life. At the end of the day, I want you to have the best life that you can, because there's only so much time we have here on this earth. So every month I'm giving you the best tips on the most important topics, right? Like I said, stuff for your inner psychology, some of your inner demons to conquer, like fear and anxiety, things like that. We go over charismatic tips. I give you more attraction tips. I give you tips on your home. I give you more information about what women are thinking by interviewing lots of women and helping understand what's going on inside of their mind. I mean, it's endless, lots and lots of stuff, and it's all divvied up and organized into 12 months Like I said, it's a monthly program. Check it out, trippadvice.com/academy. Go down below and get in there today, and you and I can work together and I can help you. So check that out. Hope this helps. As always, write a comment down below. Let me know which one you're going to start doing, and I'll see you on the next video.